Unfortunately, supply teaching does often get a bad press. So it's up to people like you to improve it. There's an article today I looked at before I came out this morning on Mail Online, and it's an Ofsted report about supply teaching. And it is quite critical. I mean, Ofsted are critical about everything, so don't take it personally. You know, they're critical about all aspects of education at the moment. But I think some of what they have to say is quite interesting. One of the things they say, which is good for you to hear, is that they noticed that the quality of supply cover was poor where they weren't being employed by good quality agencies. And that was where they found that there was poor quality teaching, is those who weren't employed. Well, of course, you are all working with a great agency. So, it's worth looking at that report because it is quite critical. I have to quote this at you, but Ofsted found that supply teachers in secondary schools are 4 times more likely than permanent teachers to give substandard lessons. Now, I think we can learn from this about what they said the reason of it, for it is. And I think a lot of what I read about this was that they weren't prepared beforehand. Now, I and Ofsted blame the schools a lot for that, but I think you could do a lot yourselves to help with that. They said the schools didn't prepare the supply cover properly, so they weren't well enough informed. They didn't know things like who the children were with SEN in the class, what the academic ability was of the classes or sets that they were teaching. And that was their criticism. Now, obviously, the onus should be on the school to make sure that you're prepared. If you were coming to teach any of my children in my school for a day, it's a day lost if it's a rubbish day. So I want it to be a good day for everybody. I want it to be a good experience for you and a good experience for the pupils and staff in that classroom. So I would want, and I make sure that you would be well prepared, but obviously the onus is sometimes on yourself. Supply teachers make up 4.5% of the teaching force, although that figure is much higher in those parts of the country where schools have the most difficulty finding staff, including London and the home counties. There you come. Ofsted inspectors found many supply teachers were unable to control classes, came back to behaviour management being a priority, or to set work that stretched pupils beyond simply keeping them occupied. Isn't it horrible when you find out that there you are in the school and the Ofsted inspectors are coming in? You go, oh no. Has it ever happened to anyone here? Gosh, you're lucky. Oh, you has. It's awful, isn't it? I can't begin to tell you the panic that sets in for everyone, especially the head, when you get that phone call. But yeah, and some children will deliberately play up. Others, if you got them right, will deliberately be good, particularly if you bribe them. I find that works quite well. Some were unfamiliar with the national curriculum, so keep yourself up to date, need training, keep yourself up to date with educational issues. National curriculum is obviously very current at the moment. Exam syllabuses and the crucial daily English and maths lessons. They put the blame for this on disreputable agencies, so you'll be pleased to know. A pitfall you have already avoided, I've put, by being with Randstad. And the schools themselves, they put the blame there. Schools came in for criticism. Ofsted said many were poor at helping supply teachers do their jobs properly. Staff on short contracts were often not told about pupils' academic abilities or school procedures for dealing with bad behaviour. So we all come in for a lot of criticism from Ofsted. But I think a lot of that is quite relevant and should be taken on board.